Shall we start again?
Oh, our apologies. I'm so sorry, everyone. We thought we were on. We were singing away.
We were
Our
good too.
apologies. Okay. All right. Well, let's start again then. Let's start again. Our apologies. Must be the first show. So we'd like to invite you all to just take an opportunity to get grounded and be present. This is a chant by Jack Fowler and Christy Snow. It's called I'm Opening. And the words are, I'm opening, I'm ready to receive. Please sing. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening, I am opening, my heart is ready to receive. I am opening. Deep breath, everyone. When we chant, the space we create after we chant is just as important as the chant itself. So I invite you to just take a minute to just breathe in the energy we just created together. Even though I can't hear you, I can feel you. So thank you for singing. Thank you for being here. Once again, my apologies for us getting off to a technologically bumpy start, but here we are. And hey, this gives Andrea and I a chance to start over again and sound even better than we did when we were doing it for ourselves. So I just want to start by saying how this show came to be. I owe a great deal of gratitude to my friend Vicki Hannah-Lynn, who saw me involved in a musical moment at the Positive Music Awards recently in Tampa and suggested that I do something very much like what you're now experiencing. So thank you, Vicki. Love and blessings to you, dear friend. My earliest musical memory, I was about 5 years old and I was standing with my dad in the choir loft at my church. And I remember how beautiful it was to be with him. He was in the all-male choir and they were all singing And I remember being about waist high to all those men and just looking up in awe and wonder and enjoying the sound and enjoying the feel of being in the middle of all those men creating that sound. And I realized that those two threads, music and community, have run through my whole life. And that's what this show is about. This show is about wanting to foster community, certainly for my benefit, but hopefully very much for yours. I think that there's a hunger that we all have for community, for belonging, and I'm hoping that this show will foster that, nurture that in you. And so, in keeping with that, I am inviting a bunch of people to be a part of this adventure with me, and the very first person in the adventure is my dear friend Andrea Menard, who is a native of Flin Flon, Manitoba. I just learned. I thought she was from Saskatchewan, but she's from Flin Flon. And I've known Andrea. We've known each other for about a year, and Andrea has a lot of wonderful things to share, and I have some great things to say about her. But I thought it would be best for us to just give her a chance to just share a song with us first, and then we'll talk after that. So, take it away, dear friend.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a drum song. I'm a Métis woman. So for those of you who live in the U.S. or from all over the world who are tuning in, the Métis Nation is a Native American, is an Aboriginal people in Canada, and we are of a mixed blood nation, which is why I have different features and curly hair as a Native woman. And this song is a drum song, so I don't know if you can see my drum. There it is. It'll be down here. This is called the Four Directions Prayer, and it's a sacred song. And it came to me every time I was in a sacred space, whether I was near a sweat lodge or I was in the forest walking or praying or in a swimming pool by myself. Whenever I would create a sacred space, this song would come. And when I left the sacred space, it would leave, and I couldn't remember it. And so in the recording of my latest album, this song came back. So I take it that it was meant to be shared. The Four Directions Prayer. Yahweh, hi, yo, hey, hi, way, hey, Yahweh, hi, your way, hi, your hey, hi, way, Yahweh, hi, way, Yahweh, Yahweh, hi, Yahweh, Yahweh, way high, way high, way high, way high, way
Tell me about what you just did before you put your drum away. Tell me what you just did at the end there.
I was just having a quick Four Directions acknowledgement because sometimes when I'm singing this song, I actually face the Four Directions. But today, you know, with a drum that's quite loud in this microphone, we didn't really know what to do. So it was just a quick acknowledgement for the Four Directions. Yeah.
Thank you. So let me coo over my friend Andrea for a few minutes. She's a big deal here in Canada. She's an actress and she's involved on the Aboriginal Network, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Which is AP.
Aboriginal People's Television Network.
APTN. Yeah. So yeah, she's a big deal in that universe, eh? And so she gets to work as an actress and as a singer and as a writer and as a messenger. And I would like her to tell you about all four of those identities. And it basically all started with the Velvet Devil.
Well,
so tell us about the Velvet Devil.
Well, you know, I'll tell you a little bit about the four parts of me first.
Okay.
I've been asked a lot in my life, in my career, as a, you know, I'm a singer and I'm an actor. And I used to say that. I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm a singer, I'm an actor. And people would ask, which one, if you could choose, which one would you pick? And I realized there was no choosing because they are both very important parts of myself. But I realized that over the years I've expanded, and I started to say I'm an actor, singer, and a writer. But then that expanded, and realizing, of course, I'm Native. Of course, there's a full medicine wheel of who I am. There's four parts of me. And who knows, there might be more, but at the moment there's four. So it's a medicine wheel. And it's the actor, singer, writer, and messenger. So the messenger it has been there all along. I've just now spoken about it. So it's like four parts of me. And in a way, you asked me about the Velvet Devil. Now, the Velvet Devil is my first CD. It was a character who haunted me 15 years ago. And she was a character that basically said, she was a character from the 1940s, a Métis woman from the 1940s, with identity issues. But I knew that it had to be a play, a one-woman show. It was a movie, and it was a CD. And all of those things came to be, not in a time frame I realized, but she helped me develop myself as a writer. I'd never written anything before that. I didn't have a CD. I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to raise the funds for it. I didn't know how to express my heart and you know, hope that people wanted to hear it. And I found that all of those things came to be. So although I was all four of those parts in the writing of that show, I didn't realize that I was all four parts until much later. So does that help?
Yeah. Okay, so Velvet Devil then took you into, you talked, when we were speaking earlier, you talked about how the community really helped you take flight.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little more about that.
Well, I like to say that, I was a bush girl, I'm a Métis girl from the bush, and I just didn't have any formal education and my parents did, and my relatives didn't. I was the first year in university in my family, and so my dad is a great singer. He's the king of the kitchen party, but it was at kitchen parties, right? And we didn't necessarily do it for a living. He didn't have this as his work, and I didn't know you could do this for your work. And so when I moved to the city, I knew I wanted to go to university, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And the most creative thing I could think of was teaching drama, because I knew teachers existed and I knew drama existed, but I didn't know the other things. So I was really ignorant. I'm just trying to say the point that I just ignorant about the path that I had, all the potentials of where I could go. And if it wasn't for the beautiful province of Saskatchewan where I lived, there were so many different arts organizations that just came in and reached out a hand and said, you're coming this way now. You want to write this? Come this way. You want to sing? Come this way. You want to do this? Come this way. And the community truly developed me. And so and in a way that wasn't even my Métis community. That wasn't my Métis community as of yet, because I didn't have many people in that world who actually did this for a living. And it certainly wasn't my family. So it was the outer world that I am really grateful for. And so community and giving back is very important to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sparkle.
So the Velvet Devil was the beginning of all of this. So I actually did come to fruition. I call her my emancipator. So she actually freed me from all the things I didn't know. Not everything, but when I think back of the Velvet Devil, I had this girl who barely knew theater, was doing a one-woman show across Canada. Then, so I was something that was a singular event, singular person, all of a sudden became a community. And then there was the CD, a singular person became a community. And then the movie. And that was probably the biggest event of my life at the time, and maybe even since. It was that my idea had a whole full film production around me. So that in itself, it gave me permission to dream bigger and more. And that was amazing. So Sparkle is my third album, and it's a winter songs, Christmas, but just that time of hibernation, of going inside. And at the time, I hadn't quite really come out of the closet of saying that I am a spiritual messenger. But Sparkle sort of gave me permission to, because it was around the holidays, and people talk about spirit around the holidays. And here I was creating this CD and talking about spirit, but I knew that I had a specific way of talking about it. I'm a Native woman, but I'm also, interested in all of the natural laws, the laws of new thought, the laws of, oops.
It's still there.
Yeah, the laws of attraction, all of those things that are working whether we know it or not. And Sparkle came to be. We ended up doing a tour, and we started getting kids to sing Sparkle, the song that is sort of the song that launched me in this spiritual message, coming out of the closet. And so I started having kids sing. I started having elders sing. I started saying, this is a prayer to the world. And a film company saw and said, have you thought of can we do a documentary on you? And I said, no, I would like to do a Christmas special. No, we're not doing a doc. I've done that. That can be done at another time. And so we came together. We had, I got everyone I knew and loved at the time, all of my elders who I valued, my best friends, the musicians that warmed my heart. I got everyone together, my parents, my family, everyone is in the same room at the same time. And almost everyone on the crew, everyone was someone that I chose. And I thought, it's possible. One can have everything they want. I can create the community I want and do my work. And that changed my life completely. So that was the first time where others always facilitated it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a filmmaker. So somebody, Wabanganung Films did this. But they said yes to me picking and choosing my wise friends, my beloveds, my elders, my family, for being able to be a part of this. So that was huge. So community matters a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we should hear the song.
Oh,
let's
Sparkle,
hear
yes.
Let's hear the song that started the whole thing.
Sure.
So this is Sparkle.
Mm.
And thank you all for giving me feedback on the bass notes of the stick being too loud. I will
You want to give it a try?
just hear and see if hopefully that will be better.
How's that sound?
Hang on. Just lower the. I've got to kind of jockey back and forth here between talking volume and music volume.
I think it might have to be lower than this. La 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 la! I'm a very loud singer. We better turn it down.
Okay, we'll turn it down.
Thank you very much.
It's a very high-tech show. Okay. Now I start this way.
Yeah. So I know we can't hear you, but please sing along. Nathan, you sing along too when you get to. The spark of love that lit the world 2,000 years ago shone so bright, it sparkles still in our hearts from above and below. So here's to love, let us sparkle. Here's to love, let us shine. If one by one each spark would ignite with sparkle, with shimmering light. It doesn't matter what you believe, your spark's as bright as mine. So let's join our hands together and share our light divine. Sing with me. So here's to love, let us sparkle. Here's to love. Here's to love, let us shine. If one by one each spark would ignite with sparkle, with shimmering light. When every heart illuminates, this world will find its way. We will twinkle like a starlit sky, together, you and I. So here's to love, let us sparkle. Here's to love, let us shine. If one by one each spark would ignite with sparkle, with shimmering light. With sparkle, with shimmering light. With peace, with love, with light.
Beautiful.
I think I could almost hear you singing. I felt like I bleeped out a couple times. It's like not swearing.
Yeah. Right.
I sing loud and I'm having to be quiet.
I know. I'll have to do more playing around with that before the show. Okay, so that was your that was the wake up call. Sparkle was the wake up call. Everything around that song.
Well, now I would say that paved the way. for the wake-up call.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it paved the way. Do we need to have you come
No,
over here?
I'm good.
Yeah, it was the way. It paved the way because when we started to go out and do the Little Spark show, we were actually having a show for kids saying, "You are a spark, and you are a spark of the divine, of the Creator, and whether you know it or not, you are shining. So just remember and know you are loved and know you are a beautiful creature." So that was the message that we went out and spoke about, right? Spiritual messenger. And then a few years later, before any album was formulating, I had a breakup. One of those. But I feel like Saskatchewan was trying to break up with me. The province I lived in that nurtured, and I think it was trying to break up with me because everything left at that time. When sort of things get taken from you perfectly. Well, this was a lot of things were happening at that time, and there was sort of a last straw of a breakup, and I cracked. I mean, I've had breakups and cracking open, but this was a cracking open. And when we're hurt, we want to cover up and hide and heal. But I decided that nope, I'm staying open this time. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for it all. Give it to me. So I got it. And what happened was, this was the wake-up call. I didn't know it at the time, but this musician started to hate music because something happened to me where I became so sensitive. It's like I'm a sensitive person already, and emotionally open, but this took it right off the charts. I couldn't walk down the street. I couldn't go in malls because I couldn't listen to the radio, TV. It's like I could trace the pain and the misery where a lot of our songs come from, unfortunately. I could trace it back to the misery of where it came from. And all I could hear was the misery and the lack and the neediness and the emptiness. And it was so sad. I was crying and miserable, and I just couldn't do it. So that was huge. And all I wanted to do was listen to happy music with a theme of hope and joy. And we're on the right path, humanity. It's okay. We'll make it, And I had so much trouble finding that music because I didn't type in the word positive. Didn't think of that. Google happy songs. So I had so much trouble finding it that I decided to write an album like that myself, which is Lift. And Lift is the album that sort of started the path of becoming a music messenger. Was the real coming out of the closet of really understanding who I am, what I was here, put on this planet to do. Now, I'd like to say, in a way, what the wake-up call was that I discovered, as I was saying, that music, the music comes from us. There's somebody writing that music that is on the radio, that's on in every store blaring at me. And I realized if somebody's writing that music, that means our artists are writing that music. Meaning we're sad. Are we reflecting the world, what it needs to hear? Are we reflecting our own pain? And then I at the same time, I received many different teachings. And one of the teachings was that as a Native woman, and not just as a Native woman, but, many of the bards of where we're a long lineage of, you're a bard, right? I mean, there's a long lineage of the song keepers and the bards and the minstrels and the initiated ones. We were initiated in the teachings. And so we earned the right to perform. We earned the right to go out and sing the songs of the people. And I realized that we had lost our way. If that is our job, then we've lost our way, because we are supposed to sing songs of life to the people, and we weren't doing that, or at least from what I was sitting and where I was standing and hearing, we weren't doing that. And so this was the wake-up call. I thought, have I been spreading my misery to the planet? Because they're picking up and listening to it, and I don't want to do that. That's irresponsible of me. And as a way of caring for my community, I thought, I'm not doing my job. And so that was the wake-up call. And so with this creation of this album, Lift, I wanted to go, where does this fit? Anybody? Do you guys know what this is? I think happy album, positive music. What is it? And so that's what made me develop the term music messenger, and it also um, made me describe it. Maybe made me create a genre. Made me actually describe it and help others understand what it was, because I had to understand it now to spread it.
So when we spoke about this earlier, you talked about the call to action as us who write songs to step into, to really take responsibility for what we write and what we're articulating in our songs.
Yeah.
But you also talked about the other side of it, about how the responsibility of us as listeners
Absolutely.
is to demand this of our songwriters and of ourselves, to find our own voice in our own songs, certainly, but also to encourage in people who are songwriters to demand that they step into that role.
Absolutely. Because, a music messenger is, I've discovered the positive music world because of Nathan Aswell. Can I just do a side thing and tell you about him? Can I tell you about Nathan Aswell's community? You introduced me to an entire community, Nathan.
Yep.
And this world, I started to, open doors. I started to look for people who would get this message, who would be listening to, this album that and I realized that New Thought churches was a place where people were gathering, who were already on a spiritual self-evolutionary path. And so I found people, and I would go to these places, and they all said, you remind me, you live in Vancouver, do you know Nathan Aswell? And I went, no, but you're the third or fourth person to say that. So I connected, and they all recognized what I was doing as someone that you'd already been on this path a while. So I need to tell you that it's because of him that I know all about the positive music world, the Empower Music and Arts Festival, the Positive Music Awards, the Positive Music Association, all of those things. Your community, you builder, you offered and opened up to me. So I must thank you for that.
Well,
Truly.
My great pleasure. And I still remember very vividly when Andrea and I first spoke. She was just bubbling about, her message of being a music messenger, and I thought, okay, this is the woman who's going to single-handedly create that sense of community amongst the positive songwriters in Canada. I should probably introduce her to all the Americans I already know who are doing this, and so that's, for those of you who don't know, Empower Music and Arts is an organization headed up by Sue Riley and Richard McDeesey, and for 10 years they have been coming up with a very, very fun way for the community to come together and perform their songs and give workshops and have all of us experience camaraderie and fellowship, because generally speaking, when we perform our original music, we're doing it on our own or maybe with a partner or one or two other people. So it's the one time of year where we all get together and celebrate the music and each other. So it was my great pleasure to have Andrea come down and be part of the Positive Music Festival that just happened in Tampa this year. And I hope that she will become a mainstay.
Yeah.
She was very well received, and it gave me great joy to have people come over to me who have been a part of the scene for a long time going, wow, the caliber of you Canadians is really good. So that was fun.
Oh, bless your heart.
So, so what's next?
Well, can I just tell you a little bit about what a music messenger is? I don't think I've actually said that.
Yes.
Because it's like, what's a music messenger? Well, like we say, before I discovered what the positive music and that community, the positive music community was, they'd already come up with their terms, right? And I was up here in Canada basically reinventing the wheel, but not knowing it. And I think that was perfect. I was supposed to, because I had a different way of looking at it. I have a different way of expressing it, and I needed to. And so the music messenger philosophy, I'm still creating that. It's still in the infant stages, but I have a website now. And at first I thought it was going to be a gathering site to find my people, but I realized that exists. So if I can create links where those things are, that's already a gathering spot. But I realized that it's an educational site. So what matters to me is letting artists know that we have a responsibility. So, because I didn't know it at the time until somebody reminded me, until an elder just dropped these little nuggets. I was supposed to put the pieces together, but I've put them together, which means I'm encouraging other artists to, this is when you're asking me what's next. I'm writing a book, and it's called Dialing Our Music to the Sunshine. So it's like, going happy, happy, tune it to happy. So that's a responsibility as artists, and also to encourage you listeners, to the wider community, and the mainstream to demand it. And I think you said that already. To ask for it, to demand more of your artists. We're here to serve you, and we've been letting you down. We have to grow up, and so it's your job to help demand more from us. So that's one of the things I wanted to get across.
Okay. So my last two questions to you are, what can this community of people who are watching right now, who will be listening to the future recording of this, what can this community do for you? How can they help you fully claim your place in the center of the circle?
Well, I am a music messenger. So if you are wanting music that uplifts your spirit, and a woman who has taken responsibility for her creations, and I will come and sing for you. I would love to. My co-writer, who I haven't mentioned at all, Robert Walsh, is the co-creator of many of the songs I'm singing here, and the album. He produced the album. We are a duo who are truly wanting to sing. We just want to get out there and play more. And so I guess it's finding you, finding me. In Canada, in many ways, like you were saying, we all felt alone. I mean, I was up here inventing this thing all by myself, not knowing that this whole community existed. So in a way, you reaching out your hand to me so that I may reach my hand out to you is very important. So spreading the word about Music Messengers, about my name, so which that means that can travel outward, so I can spread it to others. We just need to spread the word. And so all my music's on iTunes. Fall in love with a song and sing it with your choir.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah. And how can people get in touch with you?
I have a website, so it's AndreaMenard.com, AndreaMenard.com. And I have themusicmessengers.com, themusicmessengers.com. And all my stuff's on iTunes. I've got Facebook pages and Twitter, but those are the main places you can find me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just do a little bit of calendar information for you. Andrea will be playing in Calgary this weekend. She will be a special guest, as will I, with the immortal, illustrious, and what's the word I wanted to say? Ubiquitous.
Oh.
Janice Stanfield.
Yes,
she will be performing. She will be the speaker at Super Saturday. The Calgary CAPS chapter is meeting on Saturday morning. If you want more information on that, go to my website, nathanaswell.com, nathenaswell.com, and the date is this Saturday, March 21st. There's information about Super Saturday there, the details, the cost, the address, all that stuff. Excuse me. So Andrea and I will be a part of that this Saturday. Just looking ahead the next little while, Andrea will be performing at the Sylvia Hotel in Vancouver on Thursday, March 26th. At Just Singing Around at the Vancouver Rowing Club, Tuesday, April 7th. At the Basement in Saskatoon, Friday, April 10th. At CSL White Rock, right here in my neighborhood, Sunday, April 12th. And at Unity of Bellingham on Sunday, May 10th. And if any of you are interested in getting those details, you can email me and I will send you this list. Andrea assures me it'll be on her website soon.
Very soon.
But being the Virgo amongst us, contact me first.
Bless your heart.
All right. So let's take people out with one more. Let's take people out of this segment of this show with
I'd like
another
to
one
hear
of
you
your
sing
songs.
too.
I would like to
One
hear
of my
that too.
favorite? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is one of mine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is one of yours.
Oh, so this is one of the songs that makes me giggle and makes me laugh, and that was the point. So it's called "I Love My Life," and in an album full of happy songs, how is "I Love My Life"? Is that not a perfect positive music title?
That's pretty good.
All right.
All right.
See?
All right.
I love my life. I love my life. Every step of the way I can honestly say I love my life. I love this day. What a beautiful day. Each moment is mine to make it divine. I love this day. I love. I'm just sitting here playing my ukulele. It's invisible. The next thing I know, you're sitting next to me. Banjo in your hand, I think I found my man. We're playing together in nerdy harmony. It's not what I expected, it's much better than that. I love my life. I love my life. Every step of the way I can honestly say I love my life. I love this day.
All day.
What a beautiful day.
My lucky day.
Each moment is mine to make it divine. I love this day. I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
Hand in hand, we're on the rink ice skating. When it comes to fancy moves, we're not that skilled. The moment I let go, woo, I'm face down in the snow. But that's okay, look, I found a $20 bill. It's not what I expected, it's much better than that. I love my life. I love my life. Every step of the way I can honestly say I love my life. I love this day. What a beautiful day.
What a beautiful day.
Each moment is mine to make it divine. I love this day. I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
Making dinner, not cleaning up, chai latte in my cup, fresh sheets on my bed, a good book I haven't read, junk food, road trip, best friend at my hip, stinky dog, my crazy kin, Sunday morning sleeping in, a belly laugh, a snotty cry, making love eye to eye. I love my you. Such a beautiful you. And I love my life. I love my life. Every step of the way I can honestly say I love my life. I love this day. What a beautiful day. Each moment is mine to make it divine. I love this day. I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
I love.
Do day.
I love.
I love my life.
Good for you. Okay, so let's see. Just take a minute here and see if there are any comments. Oh yeah, I remember from past experience that I can't scroll back because if I do, then stuff will happen and I'll get kicked off the
Okay, can't do that.
broadcast. So we don't want to do that. So looks like everybody is happy. People are clapping, and I can't hear them, but I can see them, and I'm happy about that. So good.
Well, I think you should sing a song.
I would love to.
This is, can I introduce it? I mean, can I
Sure.
introduce you before you introduce
Sure.
it? All right. So Nathan, when we first met, we exchanged songs, and I was really touched by the beautiful music that you create. You have a truly heart-centered work, and this one tended to be my favorite. And he came to play with me on my CD release here in Vancouver with us, and you played this song, and it was a hit of the show. So
Wow.
yeah.
Gee. Thank
Go
you.
ahead. There you
That's
go.
fun. Didn't
Lots of
know that.
love. Lots of love for Mr. Nathan as well.
Interesting how songs can be people's favorites.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
And you, yeah. So please play it.
So this one is called Wholehearted Life, and the reason why I wanted to play it is because it's very much about, my inspiration, I should say, my inspiration for writing the song was Brene Brown's book, The Gifts of Imperfection. And in particular, in the chorus, it talks about belonging, and that's what this show is all about and what I'm all about. So I just wanted to share that idea with you, and the chorus is easy to sing along with, so by all means, once you get the hang of it, join in, and please sing along, eh? So,
I will,
so
eh?
they'll know. This is the Canadian portion of the show, so they'll know where to sing, eh?
All right.
Okay, here we go, eh? I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done or left undone, I belong and I'm enough. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. This looking for certainty is really exhausting me. Perfect though I tried to be, I've not been. Alone with my guilt and shame, afraid of more pain and blame. I know I'm out to stay in the game that I can win. Time to make myself a brand new choice. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done or left undone, I belong and I'm enough. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. So I choose to be set free, take responsibility, stand in vulnerability, speak my heart. To get love I must give love, to belong I must reach out, to find truth I must be true, play my part. 'Cause owning my story and loving myself too are the bravest things I'll ever do. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done or left undone, I belong and I'm enough. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. I want to have a wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where no matter what's done or left undone, I belong and I'm enough. A wholehearted life, a wholehearted life, where I'm worthy of love. Okay, here's another part for everyone to sing. I'm worthy to love. Worthy of love, sorry. I'm worthy of love. Worthy of love. I'm worthy of love. Worthy. I'm able to love. I'm able to love. Able to love. I'm able to love. Able to love. I'm able to love, able to love, worthy. I'm worthy of love, worthy of love. I'm worthy of love, worthy of love. Thank you.
I'm sure they're clapping.
We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, so my sincere wish is that this has been helpful and useful for you all. As I said off the beginning of the show, my desire is very much to foster community and nurture a sense of community in us all. And I would really like to know how to best serve you with that idea. So I welcome your comments. Please email me at nathanaswell@me.com. That's NATHENASWELL@me.com. I welcome any and all comments. I want to make this show as good as I possibly can and serve you as fully as I possibly can. And I'd like to take you out with a chant of mine called metta. And this metta in the Buddhist tradition translates as loving kindness. And this is a prayer that I would like us all to go out into the world and do, to be, to use Andrea's word, to be the music messengers that we are, and to let the love that fills our hearts come out and overflow out of us and into the hearts of all the people that we meet in our day, our friends, our family, our community, our cities, our states, provinces, our world. So it's a very simple song. I'll just sing you the melody. It goes like this. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da. That's the first half. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da. So the only thing that's different is the last note. So there are 6 verses. Don't be scared about that. That's just 6 lines. And we're going to sing each line in first, second, and third person. So I, you, we. So the first one is, may I be kind to all. May I be kind. May you be kind. May we be kind to all. May I be kind, may you be kind, may we be kind to all. May I be filled with love. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with love. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with love. May I be safe from harm. May I be safe, may you be safe, may we be safe from harm. May I be safe, may you be safe, may we be safe from harm. May I be well and whole. May I be well, may you be well, may we be well and whole. May I be well, may you be well, may we be well and whole. May I be filled with peace. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with peace. May I be filled, may you be filled, may we be filled with peace. Now the last time we sing, may happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. May happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. May happiness, may happiness, may happiness be ours. And now I'd like to finish with all of us just singing Om. Last time. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be in Calgary this weekend performing, as I said earlier, alongside Jana. I'll be a special guest of Jana, as will Andrea, on Sunday morning at the Super Saturday Moment happening that CAPS Calgary is sponsoring. Then Jana and I will be doing a house concert on Saturday night. I will be performing at Unity of Calgary on Sunday morning. Jana will be performing at CSL of Calgary in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll be getting together to do a concert at Unity of Calgary. No need to write all that down or worry about anything that you missed. Again, go to my website, the calendar on my website, nathanaswell.com, nathanaswell.com. The calendar page has all the details of all those events. And as I said, for those of you who may have missed the dates that I gave for Andrea earlier, if you email me, I'll be happy to send them to you. Peace and blessings. Thank you for being a part of this, the first chapter of this adventure. May there be many more. Great thanks to my dear friend Andrea, and love and blessings to each of you. Go with love.